Hi, I'm Kevin Gunn. Welcome to Straight Answers. There are three stages that get electricity delivered to your home: generation, transmission, and distribution. Today, we're going to talk about transmission and distribution. You've probably seen transmission in progress on a regular basis, but didn't realize it. Those tall metal towers with wires strung across them that you see when you're driving on the interstate are transmission lines. It's actually a good way to think of transmission wires as the interstate highway of electricity. It's the fastest and best way to move a lot of electricity over long distances. In fact, a mile of electrical transmission can cost almost as much as a mile of interstate highway. Typically, transmission wires are above ground, hence the towers you see on the side of the highway. There are underground transmission lines, but they're typically more expensive and difficult to get to if repairs are needed. These wires bring the high voltage electricity to a substation. The substation steps down the voltage and injects the electricity to the distribution system and to your home. You may have seen these substations, as they're located much closer to the population center than the power plants. You may even have one in your own neighborhood. The substation ends the transmission system and begins the final stages of electricity delivery. Why do we need transmission? Well, most people don't want a coal or nuclear plant in their backyard, so they're built away from population centers. The electricity that's generated in those plants needs to be moved. Wind energy is also typically generated outside of population centers, sometimes in the middle of nowhere, and it needs to get to where people can use it. These wires move large amounts of electricity over long distances efficiently and safely, allowing it to flow into the distribution system. Now, the distribution system is made up of things we see every day in our neighborhood. These are the poles close to our house, the transformers and wires on those poles, and the meters that keep track of our usage. As we said, the electricity has come through a substation from the transmission system. But even then, the voltage is still too high for us to use in our homes. That means it has to be stepped down again. This is done in the transformer. The transformer is on the pole and makes sure the electricity is just right for our lights, appliances, and electronic devices. Now, the utility company needs a way to make sure that your electricity is on and to figure out how much you're using. They do that using a meter. An older meter would simply use a metal disc that rotated when power went through it. That in turn moved gears that moved numbers on the front of the meter. The utility company would then send someone out to read those meters. Now, those meters still exist, but most of them are replaced with meters that transmit the power usage directly to the company. These meters are generally called AMRs, for automatic meter reading. There are also units called smart meters. Smart meters generally incorporate some advanced functionality, such as real-time or near real-time reads, power outage notifications, and power quality monitoring. Some states even use what's called real-time pricing that can charge the company the price of electricity depending on the time of day. Typically, electricity is more expensive in the afternoon than it is in the middle of the night. Technology is constantly advancing on these smart meters, with the goal of giving the consumer more information on how they use their electricity, which in turn can help customers make better choices about their electricity usage. That's the transmission and distribution system that gets electricity generated from power plants into our homes. That's it for this episode. I'm Kevin Gunn, and we'll see you next time for more Straight Answers.